So let's get right into it, guys. I don't like to hold y'all up because we only have an hour. I like to keep things nice and cute and short because if we're streaming too long, it gets kind of pointless. So a nice hour to get the information that I need out to my guys, and we're good.
Yo,
respect. So a few days ago, I saw what I think was kind of a new clip of you and Steven Crowder talking.
yeah,
And it kind of struck me when you said, I think wait until marriage is like the ideal.
yeah,
But kind of blended in with what I understand to be your worldview on this topic is given the effects of feminism, promiscuity, maybe more so female promiscuity, the best thing guys can do is kind of try to like self-actualize, get up into that top 10% most desired status, and then have your say, like have a body count of 30, 40, 50 women so you can learn to understand women. And so I'm sure for like most men here, that kind of sounds like a fun journey, at least at the
Sounds like a fun journey. What? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I hate jackasses. Like, that sounds like a fun journey. That sounds fun to you, just fucking bitches to learn how many bitches suck, like how bad bitches like that sounds fun to you. That sounds fun to you, having to become the top 10% nigga in the world, or in America. So we won't use the word in America, the top 10%, which is basically the world, because we're one of the richest countries, even though we're in super debt. Like, I don't get it. Like, these niggas just skip over the whole. That's fucking hard. The shit he just mentioned was hard as fuck. I don't know what he was talking about was fun. That shit was hard. Will the spoils of the war be fun? Yes, but war is hard.
the individual level.
yeah.
But I'm wondering, like, in terms of at the societal level, is that kind of encouraging the top 10% of men to effectively create a new class of promiscuous women? Does it push us away from healthy two-parent families toward...
What's creating a new class of promiscuous women is society, not the men. The men are adapting to what society is creating, okay? Men aren't creating the whores. Society is creating the whores. Men are adapting to the whores that society is creating. Like, it's pretty easy. 1 +
something
1.
more polygamous, like king.
Women. Now, obviously, a lot of people are like, 50 women, holy crap, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's the only thing
And the
niggas
reason
be
why-
saying, like, 50 women, what?
I say this, guys.
Niggas don't be in the field. That's why you gotta kill. That's basically like saying, it's like me telling you, you gotta go get 50 bodies for I come and play with you, for you understand how to play Warzone. You gotta go get 50 bodies real quick. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta learn, you gotta understand the warfare. You gotta understand the game. You gotta understand what the fuck is going on before you can actually really play the game. You're not really having fun when you first get the game, is because you're understanding the game. You're dying a lot. You don't know how to run. You don't know you could jump over that. You don't know that's a hiding spot over there. You don't know you could use that gun. So once you get experience in the game, you can actually play it. That's what guys don't understand.
Is because we live in a new normal, and that new normal is women have way higher standards than they did before. Since women can attend college, which they are at a higher rate, graduating at a higher rate, earning more money, I predict in the next 10 to 20 years, women are probably going to start surpassing men in almost all fields when it comes to earning income. Guys need to step up because women are by definition hypergamous and look for a man that's better than them. So if you have these 5 things in place, you're going to be what I call an entry-level, higher status guy, where you'll be able to enter the dating market from a position of power, where you can go ahead and pick a partner suitable for you, right? That's kind of why I say these things. Now, obviously, you're coming back with a very, good criticism, like, hey, doesn't this create, a problem that we're trying to avoid with, more promiscuous people, etc. And this is kind of the ugly part and the ugly reality, which is anytime I dispense advice to one party, it's going to put the other party at a disadvantage, right? Because dating and relationships in general is an adversarial situation. I know some of you guys are like, what are you talking about, Myron? It is, because your job as the man is to
Get the sex.
attract the girl with as little effort as possible, right? If you get her to come to your dorm and smash you, it's a W. If you got to take her on 7 dates, well, that's an L for you. But, you're
Seven?
trying to do the least effort, right? So on her end, she's trying to extract the most time, resources, and energy from you before she gives you any type of sexual access. It's a dance between the two genders. So anytime I dispense advice to men, it's inevitably going to put women on their back foot, because I want guys to have the advantage. Now, when it comes to this situation here, my thing is I want guys to have choice, and I want them to be able to decide how they want to, move, because The problem is that we live in a society now where if a guy gets in a relationship with a girl, right, marries her, gives her his resources, etc., that puts you in a bad position because we have a family court system literally set up to destroy every single one of you guys, right? Even with a prenuptial agreement, you can still lose everything. So I just want guys to go in with their eyes wide open, because the marriage institution that we used to have, that was set up in a certain way where women didn't behave in a certain way like they do now. It was set up for women that were traditional, but now women aren't traditional, but they want traditional benefits while simultaneously being able to exercise modernity, divorce rates, etc. So to bring this all full circle, I see what you're saying. Like, hey, are we, perpetuating the problem even further? My thing is, I'd rather the guy get to a position where he's like, okay, I'm ready to settle down, and he has the prerequisite knowledge of how to deal with women accordingly, and then he picks the right one to start a family with.
I got you, man. Respect. Thanks a lot.
Nope.
What I would say is, though, like I said, society is making the whores. Society is telling them it's okay to be hoes. Like, society is telling them that it's okay to be hoes. It's okay to do this. It's okay to show your body. It's okay to shake ass on the internet. It's okay to do that stuff. So society is literally making them whores. Niggas aren't making them whores. Society is making them whores. Society is letting them know, have sex. It's fun. Just have sex. It doesn't matter. So that, like, men are just adapting to what society is conforming. Well, I'm not saying men didn't allow it, though, because of course men have to allow anything to happen because women don't have the monopoly on force. But men have adapted to what the new normal is. Okay.
No problem, man. Appreciate that. I hope that makes sense for you guys.
Hello. Okay. That good?
What's up?
Hi, I was just curious. What do you think is the benefit of using words like whore to describe women? Like, who is that?
Oh my God, a tone police. Get this nigga had one parent and it was a mom. I tell you that. Like, I have a question. I just don't like that you use the word whore when you're referring to women. That is just very disrespect. Like, nigga, come on, bro. We don't have this is why niggas like this will forever always be stuck in this goofy ass mode of we need to stand up, and even though that is our stance already, like doing shit like this, tone policing, this is what women do. Like, come on, bro. If she's a whore, she's a whore. If he's a policeman, he's a policeman. If he's a fireman, he's a fireman. If she takes a lot of dick, what is she? A saint? What the fuck, nigga? Like, stupid.
Actually benefiting here, besides yourself for riling up a bunch of people for.
Why does words rile you up? You sound like a fucking lowbrow IQ imbecile. Words rile you up? Hearing certain words rile you up? Like, what the fuck?
Your own personal benefit.
Hearing triggering words.
Well, I would say
sound like a
the word whore is kind of funny. I've seen a couple people laughing, so I think that's who we benefit. And I think tone policing and being politically correct, that's what's led to a lot of the problems that we have now in society. So I think sometimes people just need to be candid, and if that means being a bit offensive to do it,
or abrasive,
so that you could be memorable, I think it's worth it.
What problems specifically do you think are caused by not being respectful to other people?
What problems are created by not being respectful?
Yes. Like, if you're using slurs to describe people, I would not call that respectful. What problems are caused by not being respectful here? What problems are caused by being respectful here?
Well, here's the thing. The reality is we live in a very, how do I say this? We live in a TikTok world. And what I mean by that is you only have a little bit of time to get people's attention to really get a message across. So sometimes you need to break the silence or break the OODA loop that people are in when the swipe thing, and sometimes you have to speak in a polarizing manner to get people's attention. And
that's why people be like, why? Yo, you said, I don't give a fuck, bro. If you don't like how I'm talking like this because I want you guys to know I am 100% showing you me. I'm not playing around. This is who I am. If I go outside, this is who I'm going to be. Like, I don't, like, none of this shit is, like, fake. I like authentic shit. That's why I came to the red pill. I like the truth. I like authenticity. Authenticity. Oh God, authenticity. I like the truth, bro. I for some reason I've always loved history. History's always been my favorite subject. So that has to come into where I like the truth. So yeah, I'm just a history freak. No cap, for real. I just love learning about what happened before. And Red Pill is about the truth. So that's what we are. So like I said, I try to be as authentic as possible. I don't even watch these videos before they come out. Like there's a video that I should have, I wanted to wait, but I really wanted to see what Nick had to say about this, because Sneeko and Nick be going back and forth with about Muslim and Christians and so forth. But I had watched it already, so we was gonna watch it today, and I was gonna react to it, and I was gonna tell y'all that I had to watch it already, just so you can actually watch the debate. But I was like, never mind. I like reacting to stuff that we both didn't see, like some shit that we did not like. I like to really react. We could watch it, but I like to really react to stuff, like, which is why we watching this. Jake Shields, Sneeko, and Nick Fuentes. They might bring it up in this, so you never know. Let's go.
Rather, if I say something like, yeah, women need to stop being dumb bitches and whores, but, oh my God, this guy's crazy. And then I can go ahead and expand on why feminism is a problem, why guys need to go into relationships with their eyes wide open, why the family courts are set up in a position to destroy you, etc. So being polarizing is very important to getting a message across in an era where a lot of people have low attention spans, etc.
Okay, so if you're in personal benefit.
Well, fuck being polarizing. Here you go, bro. These bitches are dumb whores. Simple. Simple. I'm trying to tell you, it's simple.
Actually, it benefits the person that's listening a lot of the times.
Disagree there.
I mean, I have thousands of guys that write me that say, hey, I was going to kill myself and I decided not to after watching your content. I'll actually tell you a quick little story. One time, a guy said he wanted to end it all because his life was miserable, and he found a nice little tree that had a good view of the sunset, right? And he was going to, hang himself. And what ended up happening is he was surfing YouTube one day, and he found one of my videos where I talking about, like, not being a simp, taking responsibility, every guy can increase their sexual market value, etc. The guy's alive today, has a family, makes 6 figures, and he said it's because he found that video that he canceled the day that he was going to kill himself, and he has a family now. So to me, I look at it like, if I got to call some women whores for that,
facts.
so guys
That's
can
tough,
wake
bro.
up and realize that
That's crazy.
There's
but it's people that don't understand how hard a man's life is. Like, yes, we make it look like I don't even want to say we make it look like. I don't even want to say they make it look easy, because they don't make it look easy. Or they say how hard it is. So it's like nobody is for you but us. All right, you niggas, like, that's what you guys don't understand. Like, you niggas keep fucking batting for these bitches. Don't give a fuck about you, bro. They'll have you fucking drained out, dead on the street somewhere, because you didn't give them enough, and you gave them everything. You don't got nothing left. So yeah, it's crazy out here, bro. So that was a good story. That was a nice story.
other way, I think it's worth it.
Your sign says transgenderism is a mental illness.
Yes.
How many people do you think that has made a little bit more want to kill themselves?
I would agree, because it's a mental illness. I would definitely understand why you would want to do something like that if you have a mental illness. Do you see what I'm saying?
You mean like trannies that want to kill themselves?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. They already had a mental illness. Me telling them they have a mental illness doesn't change anything. They've already had these problems.
Right, exactly. That's literally what I just said.
That seems a bit circular, but
Yeah, they have way
seems
bigger
a bit
problems than me.
circular to say that somebody.
They have way bigger problems than me calling them fucking insane, dude. They got way bigger problems.
If you weren't calling them
literally.
insane and you just let them like be people, and we didn't have to make this an issue.
No, that's the problem. We keep just letting these niggas be people. No, obviously, when you just let people be people, we get degenerate shit. Okay? We don't get good shit out of people just being people. We get degenerate fucking niggas coming out of this shit. Okay? So we can't just let people be people. Sometimes you have to tell these niggas, no, you can't do that. Nah, we not doing that over here, but you go over there and do that shit. Go somewhere else and do that shit. You not doing that shit over here. But every other country does that shit. Every other country does that shit. Every other country has a spot where you can't do you're not doing that shit. So it's like it just, especially Especially in Africa, they don't play that shit. That's why it'd be so funny when I see the gay niggas talking about anything. Nigga, they would chase you out the city. Like, what the fuck, bro? Y'all niggas just want everything over here. No, go the fuck over there.
Do you think that they would still want to?
Perfect.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying I hate trannies. I'm not saying that we need to get rid of them or whatever. I'm just saying that they have a mental illness and they shouldn't be around children. That's my biggest thing. Is I don't think hell, I'll take it a step further. I don't even think gay men should be around children. I don't think they should be allowed to adopt kids. And if I had my way, I would put gays in their own part of town. And the reason why,
Hide them away
Love
from
to hear
niggas.
that. Love to hear that.
well, I'll go ahead and expand on this. I don't think children should be exposed to homosexuality at all. I don't.
What do you think I'm gonna do here?
Huh?
What do you think I'm gonna do here?
What do you mean you do? Here?
Yeah. What do you think the gays are gonna do to the children exactly?
Well, okay. So my thing.
What the fuck? Nigga said, what do you think I'm gonna do here? Nigga, what the fuck does that mean? Is it the truth? What do you think what the fuck does that mean? Like, the fuck? What do you think I'm gonna do here? What do you think I'm gonna do here? Nigga, most gay niggas like boys, young boys. I'm gonna keep it at that.
Thing is, I don't like public displays of affection, right? I don't like PDA, even
Okay.
between heterosexual people. I don't
Okay.
think it's
Keep it at
appropriate
that.
in front of,
Niggas
go
in front
use
of children,
Google and
especially.
find some shit
So
that
my
you're
thing
supposed
is I think gays need to go back in the closet. We don't want to know you're gay. We don't need the flamboyant, parade marches and everything else like that. And if you want to go ahead and have your gay clubs and make out and do all the other degenerate stuff, no problem. Just do it in your own area, and I don't think kids should be seeing it at all because
Dude,
I do think
your
that children are the future.
Your entire deal is being a piece of shit really loudly. So
Okay.
why can't other people be normal loudly?
That is
Well-
not normal, and that's the problem with you niggas. You keep thinking that shit is normal. It's like a nigga that keep coming up to me that smoke crack, and he's like trying to advocate for me of why he should be smoking crack, and I'm like, bro, go ahead, smoke crack, but it's not normal to smoke crack. Okay, it's just not normal. That's not a normal thing that humans do is smoking crack. So I can't like lie to you and say, oh yeah, that's sure everybody does that. No, and it's not normal, my nigga. I think y'all like 1% of the population, which makes it even fucking worse.
Be it well.
I don't care.
I hate when niggas say that. It's normal. It is not normal. You fucking goofballs.
Road to greater.
Stupid.
It's fake. That's the.
No,
I give a shit.
guys, respect this First Amendment, man.
It's normal.
It's fine, it's fine,
Wait,
it's fine.
normal.
But this is the package that I'm talking about.
Yeah, get
Anyway,
fucked in the ass.
so
No, man.
we got to
I'm fucking
combat this,
stupid.
guys. But it's cool because we can have a discussion, right? It's very important to have these discussions. So thank you for being up here. Of
course.
Again, I think. Okay.
Stupid.
So my worldview is this: children are the future. Children need to be protected, and if that means that we need to do certain things in society to protect said children, I'm willing to do that. So I don't think it's appropriate for gays and lesbians and other people that are sexually degenerate to be around children and or even be able to adopt them. I think that's a problem, right? If they want to become an adult and then they want to learn about homosexuality and everything else like that later on, that's fine. But they could do that when they're an adult and their brain is fully developed so they can kind of have their own worldview. But I don't think it's fair to children when they're still developing, still going through life, etc., to see these things. So that is a big reason why I have the worldviews I have when it comes to trannies and gays. I don't think kids should ever be exposed to that. I think rainbow flags should be completely banned. I think if it was up to me, I'd put gays in their own little part of town where they can go ahead and practice homosexuality openly. They can do their parades, everything like that. But then when they come into regular society, we don't want to see any of that.
I guess the last question. Do you think that that's protecting parents from having to deal with the fact that their kids aren't cishet? Or do you think that it's like, I guess here's the point. How is that protecting the kids? Because presumably some of those kids are going to be trans or gay. And if you're spending all of this time trying to make sure that they don't know about trans or gay people, then they're just going to think that there's a problem with themselves. And that's not very fun for anybody. I don't think it is. I don't want anybody to feel that way. So why should we be trying to make other people feel worse about themselves for no fucking reason?
Sure. Well, number one, kids can barely wipe their ass properly. They don't know if they're gay or not. You know what I mean? They don't know anything, right?
That was kind of crazy.
And I'll give you guys an example. Every single one of us here probably grew up with like that one girl who's a fucking tomboy. She always wants to play basketball and hang out and play Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever it is. I'm showing my age here. Maybe Magic the Gathering. I don't know. But she grows up and I want to be around the boys. What ends up happening? She turns 18, then all of a sudden she's a girl again, right? she's like wearing dresses, she's being pretty, etc. And you're like, what the hell happened? Okay. Well, imagine if she had said, I think I'm a boy, and then she goes ahead and gets transitioned and fucks her life up, right? But she grew up out of that and realized, no, I'm a girl. So kids don't know anything, and I don't think we should be deferring to them based on what they think they feel or their sexuality or whatever. It's like, she's like, oh, I'm a boy. No, you're not, bitch. You're a girl. And then boom, she grows up and she'll end up thanking you for not, transitioning her. So I don't think children should be making those types of decisions whatsoever because they can.
That's what kills me too, is that niggas be like, niggas actually think a child can make a transitioning decision. That nigga's gonna get mad he can't eat candy for dinner every night. Why do you think he can cut his genitals off? I don't understand. I never got that. I'm trying to tell you, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, the left really just never really made sense to me, or liberals really never, especially with that, the LGBTQ, that just never made sense to me with the kids stuff, because it's like, they're kids. How would he know he was? Of course he's going to say some dumb shit like that. He's a kid. That's why you tell the kid, no, you're not. You're a boy. Or you're a girl, and you correct the child because they're a child. Just like if a kid came to me and if my kid came to me and said, Dad, I want to eat candy for dinner all the time, I'm going to say, no, that's not good for you. You're going to eat this because I'm the adult. You see what I'm saying? I'm not the kid. I'm the adult. That's what you niggas be forgetting too. Y'all think that y'all are kids. Y'all not the kid. You're the adult.
Perfect.
They could ruin their life in the process.
I think it's a bit weird to use the word children for people that are like usually at least well into their teenage years. But
I don't even think in their teenage years they should be able to make that decision.
What about at 18? What's your opinion there?
Well, at that point,
out of curiosity,
yeah, at that point, maybe there could be a conversation. But I think when they're,
at that point you're an adult. So if you want to chop your dick off, go ahead. You're an adult. You're 18.
They're still kids and teenagers. They don't know anything. All of us, I'm 35 now, and, I'm showing my age here. But looking back, I'm like, wow, my parents were right about a lot of stuff. It takes a significant amount of time for people to look back and realize, like, oh, they were right, or, oh, I was wrong here. So I do think that 18 is like the bare minimum where we can even entertain this conversation. But even then, I still think people aren't developed enough a lot of the times.
Do you think that people know that they're straight or cis by the time they're 18?
What the fuck? Straight or cis? This a new word?
Well,
I thought cis meant straight.
That goes on a case by case. But I don't think you're case by case. I'd say.
Okay.
But I'd say the majority of the time they're probably straight.
I don't think we're gonna get in here anyway after this. So thank you.
I honestly, guys, I want to say I think niggas turn gay because they've been rejected by so many girls. They think niggas are gonna do it better. They think niggas understand them better. I really think niggas turn gay because of that. Because like they just been rejected by so much. I don't think they actually come out gay. Well, of course they don't come out gay, but I'm saying like I think like the psyop is like they get rejected by so much, or they just have been feminized so much by their mom that they turn out more feminine and end up thinking that they like men. Like it's like a psyop. I feel like it's not really them liking men. It's like them being brainwashed. I'm trying to tell you. I'm getting somewhere now.
No problem.
Just wanted to talk for a little bit.
Thank you for coming.
You all have a good night.
Talking. And guys, I know you guys were like, picking on him a little bit, but we do need to have these discussions with the other side. I think it's very important because if you don't have these discussions, you guys aren't able to make your own opinions, right? So, what's up?
So, I got one question for you.
Yeah.
If you woke up tomorrow and you became a woman, what's the first thing you're doing?
Ew.
Damn, bro, that would suck.
Automatic
shit.
Jump out the window.
Well, I'd make myself a sandwich since I know
what type
that
of
I'm
sandwich?
an expert at it automatically.
What type of sandwich?
Bread ready, Myron.
What was that? Get the bread ready, yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming since I'd be a woman, I'd know exactly the best one to manufacture right off rip when I wake up in the morning. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, look, as a female, people get mad at me for saying this, but women live life on easy mode in 2025, bro. It's actually.
I was gonna say life would get so much easier. Like life would get 100 times easier. The fuck.
Actually, nuts how it's like we're playing on fucking Halo level legendary. They're playing on recruit difficulty, so it's nuts. But yeah, I'd make myself a sandwich.
Gotcha. That's the only question I had.
All right, yeah. Cool. Thanks.
Get this nigga out of here. Uh-oh. There's another
Hey,
Myron.
Georgia, it's time to take your natural gas rate plan
Stop,
and
stop.
fix it.
Perfect.
To compare gas rate
It's just
plan
that nose.
to
Them niggas got that
Constellation.
nose. That pointy ass nose. That long ass
Meta.
nose. What are we
So I
watching?
wanted to ask you about voting for Republicans.
How does
and-
Uncensored America have fucking ads and they have this nigga on here? I don't get it.
and Peter Thiel in general, the
faggot.
the Palantir,
I don't get it.
the neocon influence on the right wing.
Yeah.
So growing up, like during my early teenage years, I was down
This is
that
on
right wing
fucking YouTube.
pipeline.
What the
Talked to
fuck?
Ben Shapiro.
I don't
as
get
with
it.
Everyone.
Jew.
I don't get
And
it.
then we get Charlie
Like,
Kirk.
I don't know
rest
why
in
you
peace,
took
but,
me
yeah.
on my
yeah,
ass.
so
Like,
after Charlie Kirk, you start getting
Trying
Nick
to be like
Fuentes on your
Uncensored
feed, and then I
America.
get you, and then I get Sneeko and all these people.
Nice.
So my question
real
is,
niggas.
I've kind of woken up to the right wing influence of the neocons, and I feel like my vote is being wasted. If I vote Democrat, I completely disagree with all the policies that the left has. If I vote right wing, I'm just sending my tax dollars to Israel. So how do you think you combat that? What do you do with your voice? What do you do with your vote? Is voting even worth the time?
That's precisely why we got to take our country back.
right.
That's
exactly.
literally why.
That's exactly why we have to have niggas that are talking. And so now we can choose the right people to go into office, and we can say, okay, is he taking money? Da, da, da. Is he taking? Da, da, da. What does he think about this? This is our chance.
Like
Waking niggas
earlier,
up.
I said, guys, hide your power level, right? Like, someone was saying, oh, well, what? Why do we need to know about Jewish conspiracies, all this other shit? You need to know it so that you understand who's in power and how to get in a position to take that power. Obviously, peacefully, we're not going to do anything crazy like that, but we're going to gain influence, we're going to get backing, and then we're going to go ahead and take the White House. And we're going to take this country back
Yep.
so that we don't send aid to a country that commits a genocide in 4K. Trump just sent a fucking letter, literally this morning, I think, to the Israeli government trying to pardon Bibi, right? So that's unacceptable. So the way that we're going to go ahead and be able to make it where a vote actually
It's just
matters is
crazy.
we got to be the ones in charge. So if you guys have a similar worldview,
And if you guys don't think, let me just help you guys. Let me just help you guys. Oh, wait, hold up. Let me take the caps off. Of independent experts, literally a panel of independent experts. Like, what the fuck? A specific independent commission of inquiry established by the UN Human Rights Council has concluded that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. This is not a formal classification by the UN as a whole, but rather a finding by a panel of independent experts. All right. So he's pardoning.
to what I have, like, hide your power level, get in positions of power, and we're going to take our country back.
That took 5 seconds, guys.
How do you get to a position of power when I feel AIPAC controls 80% of Congress? It's almost impossible to win a primary.
Well, they're running now. They're what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, hey, we're gonna. What they're trying to do is they're trying to give donations without it going through AIPAC. They're trying to do it privately. So we are making a change, right? Like, and I was one of the first people to bring this out. Like, if you go on the AIPAC website, you scroll down, it literally says there 98% of our candidates win their elections. Like, they openly brag about owning this country. And I pointed this out years ago. But now we got them running guys. Like, the Jewish lobby is losing influence in America. They're, constantly getting attacked. They're getting made fun of by both the left and the right. So we're definitely making a change. And I do think maybe not in 2028, but maybe the election after that, we can seriously have some impact and get these fucking parasites out of our government so that we're not sending aid to a genocidal, ethno state.
Yeah, so what I personally believe is I agree with everything you're saying, but there's like certain opinions I can't say out loud because I fear for getting expelled from university, getting kicked out from my job. You think that will change when like the boomer generation dies or just with time?
I hope so. Because I think freedom of speech is
Important.
the most important thing that we have. There's a reason why the forefathers traversed, the Atlantic Ocean and battling scurvy and dying and everything else like that on wooden boats. And when they got here, the first thing they did was, made the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech. That's what sets us apart from everybody else. So, like the gentleman before, I know some of us are making fun of him for being a little woke or whatever, but I think discussions like that are important, and that's what sets us apart from all these other countries. So we need to protect that, even for our political adversaries.
All right, thank you for your time, Myron.
No problem, man. Thank you. Maybe not so much freedom of speech for women though. Just kidding.
Oh God.
No, they
What's up?
Thanks for coming.
I just got off work to check you out. Come check you out, man.
Thanks for coming.
I ain't here to debate you. I'm here to thank you, bro. I was sitting at home one day playing a game, saw a video. All I heard was if you're a man making 25, 30K a year, you're a loser. And look, I ain't got no college degree, but in the past year I obtained my CDLs. I'm on pace this year to make about 90K.
Nice.
Look,
Let's go.
I wouldn't
Let's go,
consider
bro.
that high value, but
what
I'm
I'm talking about.
earning value.
No, you're getting there, bro. You're getting there.
And
That definitely is
I really
high
just wanna
value.
come here
Shit.
to tell you thank you, bro. For
No,
real.
thank you, bro.
Money area.
Relationship advice, how to deal with women, holding yourself accountable as a man. Bro, I needed to hear that, so it was really like,
And then look at
words from a
that.
big
Nigga
brother. I
comes
just wanna
right
come
up.
and thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Keep doing your
Thank you so much. And guys like you are why I do what I do. So like even when people like that guy before, like, why do you need to say this stuff? That's why I do what I do right there. That gentleman over there.
Watching you 3 years, Myron.
Okay.
Watching you 3 years.
Hey, what's up, brother?
As big as your supporter, I want to shout you out. I want to shout out Sneeko.
Is he holding up the
I want to
fort?
shout out Andrew Tate, Nick Funyas, everybody.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
Those are the homies.
Listen, guys like you need to make everybody better.
Thank
Because
you,
like
man.
there's too many men in this world that are falling down. Like, and I believe that. And you know, I keep quiet a lot, you know, when I'm around people. If I'm
Yeah,
at work,
yeah.
I'm at work, you know. I'm working 6-7 days a week, you know. I'm not in college here, you know. Like I'm just grinding, like you guys say, do. I believe people should stop partying so much and
you
focus
guys are
on
the
what you
fucking
need.
future, man. Like the reason why I tell you guys, especially young guys, like you guys are literally the future. So like, look, when you guys listen to me, Nick Fuentes knows gotta be get that in.
All right, back. All right. He's glazing. We get it. We got one glazing story in here already.
I need
We're
help
good.
fixing my sink.
Okay, let me find a tutorial for you. Do you have a pipe wrench?
I'm sure trying to get a
this
pipe
it?
wrench.
Maybe I should schedule a plumber on Thumbtack.
Good call. You the man.
I haven't taught my dog how to do the Hitler salute yet, but we're
Okay.
getting there.
I wish I had Frank here. For those that are wondering, yeah, my dog knows how to do a Robin.
Yeah, I saw that last
Yeah.
night. That was
Might have
funny.
to teach my German
I want to start out
Rottweiler
by
that.
saying it was funny. I was on Hinge the other week. Some girl had sent a controversial question to like open, and then I sent her there's two genders, and she unmatched me. At first, I was like, all right, but then I kind
It
of
wasn't even that bad.
That is like kind of crazy to think like it's 2025 and like just that was enough.
Yeah.
That wasn't even
I
that
mean, I'm
bad.
not surprised. I mean, you know, women literally are like. So all the liberalism garbage
Bots.
that we have, it
Bots.
was spearheaded through feminism. Like that's the reality, right? Like every single problem that we have, social or cultural issue that we have, pretty much feminism was the Trojan horse from which that problem came from. Because it started with feminism, then it went into gay marriage, then from gay marriage, now we're into this whole alphabet community. So which is a Jewish construct, by the way, too.
If you didn't know,
That's pretty
If
much
you-
the
if you
spearhead
didn't
of a lot of
know.
the cultural problems we have in America when it comes to liberalism in general.
Yeah.
Facts. On God, where are we at? An hour in. This shit is 3 hours. I don't know why. I don't know how this nigga sat out there for 3 hours and 20 minutes in that cold ass weather. This nigga has 2 jackets on. I still don't know how he do it. I be having like 6 and I be cold.